guys, my name is Michael and welcome to a new GTK ProgressBar tutorial. Today we are going to create a background for, we are going to style our progress bar so that it works in the manner how I was showing you at the beginning of this tutorial course. So for this, now as you can see, we have from the last video a progress bar which says processing, and then it's updating until 95 and then says done, and it is done. And this happens as long as we click the button. Now let us styling it. For this, as you already know, we have the CSS function. For those which you don't know, you should go to the CSS playlist and see how I create this function and why and how what you should know. Now the next thing which we need to first to create a file. So I'm going to go file, new, empty file, yes, and of course the name will be style.css. This name which you give it to your file, basically it depends on the name which you give it into your load CSS. Right here, as you can see, I'm searching for a file called style.css. Now because we have it, the next thing which we are going to do, or better said, the first thing which we are going to do, we are going to style the window. So the window, it should have a background color which will be magenta. The next thing which we need the progress bar identifier, the name which we give it, that's the label, and that's the progress bar. So this name we need it for our CSS. So progress bar CSS through sorry, this is very important for us. And now let us give it a background color red. And the next thing which we need, I'm going to copy this time again 2 times, because we need now the progress right here, which will be orange. And of course for the label CSS, here we are going to say the background we are not going to change it, we are going to change only the color, white. Okay, not there, here. Now let us compile it and run and see what happens the way it is right now. Window, you see now, you see only that our progress bar, it is red and it's updating with the orange color, and of course you see the label, it is white. Until now you see no difference, because this is the only thing which we change. But now let us make some changes. So the first thing which we need, we are going to set some paddings. The padding from data through to 20%, the top, and the bottom to 15, and we'll see what brings this on. Padding, so like I said, the first thing which we need is the top. Let's say 20 pixels. And the next thing, padding bottom, it will be set to 15 pixel. We need a border as well to be sure that it's not there. We need to use border none. And the next thing, I'm going to, you know what, padding. Okay, now let us compile it and see what happens now with the through and how it looks like. At this point it looks a little bit better. Yes, it looks better for us. Now we need to the next thing which we need the yellow progress to update it as well, which is the progress right here. We said it should be orange, which means we need of course 2 paddings. I'm going to copy this one right here to not type them again, because I don't want to type it. And of course the way I think it was 18 pixels. The top and the bottom We need also margin button as well, which should be 5 pixels. I forgot to. Okay, now because we have the margin, of course the next thing, I'm going to kill the border as well to be sure that there is no border at all. Let us compile it and run it and see what happens now. Now I'm going to click to set the fraction, and looks better, even better. That's good. Now the next thing, let us take care about the label, because this is the important thing. So I'm going to say margin, not there, sorry guys, margin, and no margin button. I wanted to play with margin button because I'm going to make some 5 pixels. I'm going to make some changes in the GTK source code as well. So this is the reason why I'm playing now with the margin button. You will see font size. If you need some font, I'm going to use the font size of 15 pixels just to make it a little bit bigger, and of course the font weight right here, it should be bold. Okay, now because we have it, I forgot to. Everything looks fine. Let me compile it and run it and see how it looks like at this point. And as you can see, I set the margin button should be to 5 pixels. You see, I push it a little bit more up. Why? Just because I want to play a little bit with the GTK source file as well. So what do I mean? I mean that we are going to get for our label, where's the label right here, also a margin. G object set label. This is very important. And which one we need? Well, we push it from down to up by calling margin bottom, which means we are playing now a little bit with them, and I'm going to say this time margin top, and let's say 20 pixels. We'll see how it looks like. I forgot to use the null to inform the function that we are done with it. Now let me compile it and run and see what's coming out. Label, yeah, not pixel, sorry, my bad, just 20. Let me see how it looks like with 20. Yeah, it looks good. It is in the middle. Yeah, it looks fine. It is not quite in the middle, which means 25 will be better. Let's see if I'm right. It looks good. It looks to me in the middle. And now, yes, now looks fine. You see? So basically this is the way how you do it. This is the way how you create progress bar and styling it. And this is the trick which you do it, because a lot of people, they said you cannot do this kind of things. So maybe they are thinking, yes, you need CSS, but not all CSS stylings applies to GTK3 and so on. So you know what, you can do, I think, everything with GTK. You need to understand it only. You need to understand the GTK, how it's working. So you see, me to get this trick, basically to get it work, to have this nice progress bar right here, which I'm definitely sure that a lot of people would like to have it. I decide to make something interesting, which was, as you can you are seeing, I created a grid, and then I put it inside the window, and inside our grid we put basically a button. And maybe if I make some changes here, you will understand it better, based it on the code structure. So nope, I did it wrong. Okay, so which means, as you can see, the next thing which we did, let me compile it and run it again, just to be sure that we are clear with the GTK progress bar, which means now we have a grid which we put inside the window, and then we created the overlay and the button. Both of them, we put them in the grid inside, and the next thing, I created a progress bar and the label. And I decide to use the progress bar as the child of the overlay by calling GTK container add where's the overlay? Right here. And no, not there. GTK overlay. Where is the call? Right here. You see, I decide to put the progress bar inside the overlay, and then over the progress bar I decide to put the label. That's why it's looking so nice in here, and you see these things so that one belongs to other one. So this is a nice trick. This is a thing which you need to understand. This is the power of that GTK overlay widget. It's give you this opportunity to put widgets on another widgets, and let me go a little bit because I'm not so good to explain these things. So let's see what the documentation says again about the GTK overlay. GTK overlay is very important for us. So GTK overlay, it is a container. It's a container which overlay widgets on top of each other. You see, it overlays widgets on top of each other. So basically this is what we did. We put the label on top on the progress bar, but you still see the progress bar. That's the good part here, because you see the progress bar even if it gets updated with the label in the top of it. That's very important for you. See the GTK overlay, it's just a small container with some functions. It has 2 childs, nothing special, but it is so powerful. Remember that next time when you work to something like this, or you think that you will do 2 things, combining them together in one, this is the way how you do it. This is the perfect way to do it. That being said, if you like it, please guys share with your friends, and subscribe those which you didn't, because I think I just show you a nice program here, a nice GTK program with the help of the progress bar. That being said, again, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.